A unique 2D fighting game, Fatal Fury 2 reminds me more of a Fire Pro wrestling game with its light and strong punches and kicks. Also, having a character called Big Bear who is quite clearly Big Van Vader helps remind me of wrestling too. Of course, that's where the similarities stop, as it is indeed a fighting game, not a wrestling game. I had plenty of success by just mashing the buttons, as I couldn't figure out how to do, well, anything else. Though at one point I did hit a power bomb, but I don't know how exactly it happened. Fatal Fury 2 appears to be one of those fighting games that anyone can jump in and have fun with, but the real meat of the gameplay will require mastering its controls. Unlike some other fighting games we've seen on this mini-system and the first one, I might very well look up a guide and see how it all works, then give it another go with some improved knowledge. Might play again. The original Final Fight game, outside of the arcade, is probably remembered mostly as being a Super Nintendo game. For a good while, it was Nintendo owners' answer to Streets of Rage, albeit not quite as good. Final Fight CD, released on the Mega/Sega CD, is a much closer port of the arcade title than the Super Nintendo ever got. 2-player mode is here for starters, as well as all 3 characters to choose from, and all of the stages, which makes this the definitive port of the game by far. So, as you probably guessed, assuming you didn't already know, Final Fight CD is a beat-em-up game. Pick from the 3 playable characters, then take to the streets and beat people up. Each character plays differently with their own strength and speed and special abilities. While I'd still put the Streets of Rage series over Final Fight, this more complete version of the game is still a blast to play. Will play again. So according to Wiki, Gain Ground is an action strategy real-time tactical shooter. Yeah, okay. In reality, it's a slow-as-balls shooter where you control one of 3 characters, each with their own weapon such as a spear or a gun, and you move around a single screen and clear it of enemies. You can also save people if you want. I've heard of this game before, and it seems to be one of those people either absolutely love or have never heard of. In the short amount of time I spent with the game, I guess I'm in a new camp of heard of it, played it, and don't care for it. It's slow and sluggish, and actually hitting someone, if you aren't in the exact right pixel on screen, can be a pain. Doesn't help when sometimes enemies will randomly show up at super fast speeds and just touch you and you die. Don't get the love for the game. Won't play again. A fantastic beat-em-up that focuses on you using weapons rather than your fists, Golden Axe 2 is one of those sequels that does it right and improves on the original gameplay to make it an overall better experience. It looks better, sounds better, and plays ever so slightly better too. As before, you pick from 3 characters and go around battling evil creatures using your weapon. Along the way, you can collect magic from books, each of which lets you do one massive attack to everything on screen. Mounts are back as well for you to ride on and let do the attacking for you. If you liked Golden Axe, you'll like Golden Axe 2. Will play again.